Hey y'all, it's your girl Angel Sunshine, and I'm here today with a message because Spirit said you need to hear this. And whatever it is you need to hear, you know you can find that right here on my TikTok and my YouTube. I would like to thank everybody that's been rocking with me since day one. Shout out to you. I appreciate it. If you would like to donate to this channel, my cash app is Sunshine Neat. You can donate by loving this video, sharing, and commenting. 15 minutes of this video will be up on TikTok. The full video will be up there on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos. If you would like to donate to the channel, you can donate by following me as well or subscribing to my channel. If you want to ask any questions in the comments, go ahead on and do it. Don't feel ashamed to do it. Even on YouTube, you know? Put it where it resonates. All right, y'all. So y'all know I go live and I'm talking about love. So we're going to get into what's going on with your relationship, whether y'all separated, whether y'all taking a break. You put it where it resonates when it come down to your story collective. Whatever don't apply, let it fly. Don't try to force nothing to fit tonight. Okay? All right, let's jump on into it. All right. What's the overall energy for tonight's reading for the collective? What's the overall energy for the reading tonight? The overall energy. That's too many cards, y'all. What's the overall energy? All right. We have, to make a star shine, you need a shitload of darkness. So, collective, I feel like you are somebody that been through a lot when it comes down to relationships. I feel like there could have been relationships that didn't work out. There could have been relationships that really hurt you. It could have been relationships that made you feel like you didn't want to be in a relationship no more. I feel like when it came to love, it's been a lot of turmoil for you. But the Holy Spirit wants you to know that you didn't go through that for nothing. You know, when you think back to the stuff that you've been through, them hard moments where you cry and, you know, the moments where, you know, you beat yourself down. When you look back at those moments and you look at where you're standing at right now, I feel like you should pat yourself on the back because it take a lot to pull yourself out of depression. It take a lot to pull yourself out of heartbreak. It take a lot to, you know, move forward from certain things that you thought was going to turn out a certain way, especially when it come down to love. So I feel like when it come down to love, collective, you've been through a lot of darkness when it comes down to it, you know? And a lot of people that go through stuff when it come down to relationships, they don't even want to be in relationships no more. You know, they go through so much that they close off their heart to love when it come down to love. But I'm here to tell you tonight, collective, you don't have to close your heart off because whatever it is you went through that so you can know how not to run into it again. A lot of stuff in life and in relationships is patterns. And if you pay attention to the pattern, you could break the pattern, especially when it comes to love. So you may have felt like you met people that, like, you know how, say for instance, you had an ex and then you start dating somebody and they remind you of your ex. It's like you meeting the same soul in different bodies, you know? And the reason why that's happening is because whatever lesson you're supposed to learn, you're not learning it. Instead of learning it, you in regret about it. Or you beating yourself up about it. Or you saying, I should have did this better. No, in life you make mistakes. In life you going to learn lessons. But the only way to really move forward and really open up your heart to love is to forgive and learn the lesson that was there in front of you. So, like I said, when it come down to love, collective, you feel like you've been through a whole bunch of shit, you know? But I'm here to tell you, to make a star shine, you need the darkness. See, you can't see stars in the light. You could see them up there, but they really shine at nighttime. You feel me? They really do their little glitz and glam at the nighttime. They put on a good show, the stars up in the sky, when the darkness really hit. And I feel like in these situations in your relationship, you really see how strong you are when being strong is the only thing you have left. You feel me? And I feel like that's what you learn from these connections. But the overall energy is know that you need a shitload of darkness in order to shine, you know? Then we have I'm magical. We have I'm creative and inspired. So this is giving me your sacral chakra. You know, when your heart is blocked off, you can't create nothing. You can't go after your dreams. You can't go after your goals. The heart plays a role in a lot of parts in your life, whether you believe it or not. You know? And if it's closed off, your blessings can't come in. If your heart is closed off, your blessings can't come in the way they're supposed to come in. So collective, you could be a creator. You may feel like you have a creative block right now or something is blocked. That's because your heart is closed off. It all goes together. You know? The heart needs the brain and the brain needs the heart. These things function together in the body. I'm not trying to take y'all to school here, but if your heart closed off, collective, how you going to meet the love of your life? Or how you going to accomplish the things you want? Or how you going to get where you want to be at? You can't hear clearly if your heart is blocked off. You can't hear God clearly if your heart is blocked off. You can't hear yourself clearly if your heart is blocked off, collective. Look, no longer suppressed in the healing. We gonna get into the reading, y'all, but I'm doing the healing part first. No longer suppressing the healing. I feel like I said, you've been through a lot of connections that turned out bad, or you've been in a lot of connections where you was betrayed, or you got your heart broke. You know, maybe you tried to ignore it, maybe you just tried to brush past it. You know, but you're being called to stop suppressing what happened to you, collective. Because like I said, if your heart is closed off, you can't get what you want in this life. You feel me? You can't hear God clearly in this life. You can't even hear yourself clearly when your heart is closed off. And no one is you. That's your power. So collective, know that when you get in these connections with these men or women, you put it where it resonates. Nobody is you. They never gonna meet nobody like you. Nobody's gonna bring the energy you bring. Nobody is you, collective. So know that when you walk away from somebody or when something don't work out, it ain't your loss. It's theirs. Because there's nobody like you. There's nobody like you. And that's your superpower when it comes down to connections. Always remember that. Somebody act like they don't want to be with you. They think the grass is greener on the other side. Go ahead on and let them go to the other side, collective. Because see, when they get to the other side, they're going to realize how green the grass was on yours. So know that even though things haven't worked out with people still thinking about how good you treated them. And people probably still searching for you and other people. You heard, collective? Then we got sun, strength, and energy. Health and success. A light is being shined on the things that you went through. This is a relationship read, but you could put this where it resonates. You feel me, collective? A light is being shined on the things that you went through. You know, we go through things in life and we be like, damn, why I had to go through that? Or I wish I never went through that. Or, you know, we find ourselves thinking back to the things that we went through. Why did we have to go through this? You know, why did I have to go through that many times? Or why I keep running into this type of person? Because it's a lesson to learn. And it ain't going to stop repeating until you learn the lesson. And sometimes you need a shitload of darkness to learn the lesson. You heard? Sometimes you might have to leave somebody you was with for 10 years, 20 years. Sometimes you might have to leave that marriage. Sometimes you might have to leave that home and take your kids. You know, you put it where it resonates, collective. Sometimes you might have to change plans, or it might be a plot twist that you ain't even see coming. Because when it comes down to relationships, I feel like plot twist is the number one thing, because there's always some shit that come out of nowhere you ain't expect. Then we got show me the most damaged parts of your soul, and I will show you how it still shines like a god. That's what I'm trying to tell you, collective. You've been through a lot when it comes to relationships, connections, you know, getting with people, just in general. You've been through a lot, but I'm learning, collective. I'd rather somebody show me the damaged parts of them of their souls than to come in pretending. Because, see, a lot of people, when you get in connections, they come in pretending. They don't want to show you what they've been through. They don't want to show you their trauma. They don't want to show you, the lessons they learn. But I'm learning, collective, and I'm speaking from experience and for myself as well, not just for y'all. What if God wants us to come in to certain people a certain way for a certain reason? People be thinking they going to find the love of their life. And, it's just going to be perfect. And it's going to be like Cinderella. And, we all want that made up fairy tale. Not saying that we can't have a fairy tale. But in the real world, some fairy tales come with trauma. Some fairy tales come with a shitload of darkness. Some fairy tales come with broken hearts. Some fairy tales come with, I didn't grow up with a mother. Some fairy tales come with I got a friend. I'm not going to say his name, but this is my homeboy. And, I'm not telling his business, but he watched my stuff, though. But his son's mother left him with the kid. I never heard a story like that. Like, literally left the kid with him. And he take good care of his son. He take very good care of his son. But I just couldn't believe that she just left her kid. Like, how you could leave your kid like that? But I don't judge people. Because who knows what that girl been through, or who knows if she was raised by, who knows if she know how to be a mother. You heard? Who knows? Deep down why she left her son with him. Even he was asking me, like, why? But like I said, I'd rather somebody come in and show me they damaged parts. So if a plot twist come, because that was a plot twist for him. Because he wasn't expecting her. They had their baby. Usually it's the fathers that leave. That's the regular story. But it was a plot twist. It's always some type of plot twist when it comes down to a connection. Because people don't come in showing you their most damaged parts. That's the parts that they try to hide the most when it comes down to connections. And I'm starting to learn, and I really do feel like God bring certain people together to heal each other, or so you could learn, or so you could, I don't really know. It's like in my head, I just want to get it to where y'all can really understand what I'm saying. Like, everybody been through some shit. And I feel like, collective, when it comes down to love, you've been beat down to the ground. Maybe you didn't give up. Like me. I used to go through all type of stuff, but I never gave up on love. I never gave up on it. There's no way on this earth you could tell me it's not somebody out here for me. Because I believe in my soul is somebody out. I'm married, y'all, but I'm just saying, when I was young and I was going through stuff. But sometimes your heart be closed, you don't even know it's closed. Sometimes it be closed, you don't even know you got your guard up. You don't even know you set the boundaries too high. You don't even be knowing sometimes, collective. I'm telling you, because I was that person before. One time I went to Miami with my friends, and some girl was reading palms. They wanted to do it. I just did it for fun. You heard? I ain't tell her I knew how to read cards and none of that. And this had to be about 4 or 5 years ago when my heart was closed off. That's why I had stopped doing readings. Because you can't do readings for people and you ain't healed yourself. So when I first started doing readings, when I started TikTok, I was doing the readings a lot. But when that girl told me my heart was closed off. See, I can't do readings and help people heal if my own damn heart ain't healed. So I stopped doing readings and I started working on my chakra alignments for years. I'm just telling y'all what I did. I worked from the root to my crown chakra. So just so I could get up here and make sure when I'm giving y'all this information, it's clean energy. It's no energy in what I've been through and, It's the same thing with a relationship. The same way I had to heal my heart so I could help others heal, It's the same thing with a relationship. You can't get into a connection feeling like this, collective. You can't get into a connection unhealed, because you're going to call in the same person over and over again. So show me the damaged parts of your soul, and I will show you how it still shines like gold. It don't matter that you got your heart broken. It don't matter that somebody caused trauma. The right person gonna come in and turn that shit into magic. But they can't come in if you in regret. They can't come in if you didn't forgive your person. You know? They can't come in. Not only in love, but in life. Your abundance, your goals, certain stuff not gonna come in. They say whatever makes you uncomfortable is an opportunity for growth. So when you think back to how so-and-so broke your heart, or how this person stabbed you in the back, or how this person cheated on you, think about ways where you could fix that. Why did this person think they could cheat on me and get away with it? You know? Or why did this person feel like they could cheat on me? What did I miss? You know? What can I fix? So when I get in my next connection, a motherfucker going, no, don't even try to play with me. Let me tell y'all. Before I got married to my husband, I'm not going to say I didn't love myself, but I should have left the person I was with mad times. You know, you be having this ideology in your head of what you want from a person. If somebody not treating you the proper way, leave them alone. But when you don't got self-love, you know, when you don't have self-love, you don't walk away. You don't. You don't walk away from what you don't deserve. You don't walk away from what you not supposed to settle for. Because you got in your mind this ideology that things is going to get better, or this person is going to treat me better, or, you know, and you find yourself stuck in something that you should have been left. But when you meet self-love, I'm telling you, because every time my husband did something, I learned self-love from my last relationship. I had self-love, but I learned it to the max when I left my last relationship. My ex taught me self-love on a whole nother level. You heard? To the point where when I did get with my husband, he was like, Shaniqua, I said this before. Why you keep telling me to leave? And it wasn't that I was telling him to leave. It's just I love myself enough. I don't want to deal with certain stuff. I dealt with enough stuff already when it comes to love. I've been through a shitload of darkness when it comes to love. I've been through heartbreaks, betrayal. I've been through this. I've been through that. And I'm at a point in my life now where I love myself enough to say I'm not dealing with that no more. I'm not returning to that cycle no more. You know, if it's not benefiting me, it gotta go. You know? And you may not understand why I'm telling you to go, but it's either you gonna get your shit together or you gotta go. And I started noticing that about myself. Like, in the past, I wasn't so quick to leave. But when you learn self-love, that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. When you have a certain amount of love for yourself, anybody could go if it's not benefiting you. Anybody could go when it's not pushing your peace. Anybody could go when it's ruffling your feathers. Anybody could get the boot when it comes down to your happiness. You know, anybody could go. And that's the height of self-love I've reached in my life right now. Collective, not just with love, but with friends, family. Anybody can go. That's disturbing my peace. Anybody could go that's fucking with my heart. That's after my heart done been beat down, abused, betrayed. It's time for me to protect my heart. So anybody could go. I've been through a shitload of darkness. And that darkness is the reason why I shine. Because now I know I don't have to have my guard so high. But I need to have it high enough because I know what I've been through. I know what my heart, the beatings my heart done took. You understand, collector? And I understand that what I went through, I had to go through so I could be who I am today. So when people, and I'm not just speaking on relationships, I'm speaking in general. They be like, oh, you cut people off so fast. I don't have, my heart done been through so much. I don't have time. Yeah, my heart and I'm dead ass serious. My TikTok fam, my heart has been beat the fuck down to the ground. It has, and I never changed. I never allowed what I've been through to change me in a bad way, but in a good way. I didn't allow it to make me, angry at nobody. But even when I didn't know my heart was closed, you heard, collective, I still was showing love. And, that's signs of a good, pure heart. That's a heart from God. Where you could still show love after you've been beat, your heart been beat down, abused, stabbed up, and treated like it was nothing. And like I said, collective, I feel like you've been through a lot when it comes down to love. But you need a shitload of darkness in order to shine. And say never lie to someone who trusts. This is what I'm saying. Yo, these cards don't be playing. Say never lie to someone who trusts you. And never trust someone who lies. That's what I said, collective. You could have been in a relationship where people betrayed you. They lied on you. You trusted them. You opened up. You shared shit. And then it be so scary when you be like, I'm not getting in no connection to get hurt again. I remember what I've been through. Or, I'm not opening up my heart to nobody else. I remember saying, I ain't never gonna love nobody again. We all had that moment when we felt like that's it. But the Holy Spirit wants you to know that's not it. That's not it. Because once you block your heart, you start blocking other stuff in your body. This is how people get sick. You heard, collective? This is how people get certain diseases and shit. Because you holding on to something that you should have been forgave somebody for. Or you holding on to somebody that betrayed the shit out of you. Betrayal trauma is a mother effer. So let's jump on into the reading, y'all. Let's really jump on into it now. Sometimes I do this in the beginning. I give the healing message first. But y'all, let's jump on into the reading. For real, for real, for real. And let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on with you and your person. And like I said, whatever this is that's going on with you, collective, it probably hurt you. You probably feel heartbroken, backstabbed. You probably asking God, why I keep going through this, blah, 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 blah. But I'm here to tell you, do not close off your heart because of whatever you're dealing with right now. You may be feeling like you just done with love. Don't feel like that. All right, y'all, let's jump on into it. What is the energy between the collective and a person right now? What's the energy? So we got emotionally closed. I just said that. See, collective, the cards don't lie. They never lie. Emotionally closed. You don't. See, God can't. A lot of people, they want to be in relationships. They want to be happy. They want to have the family. They want to have the homes. But how you going to run into your soulmate if you emotionally closed off? You could meet your soulmate today, collective, and won't even know you met them because your heart is closed off because what somebody did to you 5 years ago. Your soulmate, and this is what I mean. That's when your soulmate come in. At the most unexpected time of your life. It be like the plot twist. Like, why are you coming to me right now? Let me tell y'all, when I met my husband, y'all probably heard this before. I just left from being with somebody. I just told myself, Shaniqua, you not getting in no more connections because you keep getting in long-ass connections with people. Every connection I got in, it wasn't no short-term connection. From young, I used to date people for a long time. You feel me? So it was like I was at the point in my life where I was like, I'm not dating nobody no more. Like, seriously. I'm going to go out there and have fun like everybody else. I'm dead ass serious, y'all. The one time that I said I was going to go out there and have fun like everybody else, and I just think it wasn't meant for me to live my life like that. I was meant to be a wifey. Certain people just meant to be a wifey. You heard? It's just who God called them to be a wifey. Because I met my husband, I'm like, yeah, this just going to be a fling-a-ding. Somebody I'm just messing with. Not even knowing that this man was about to be my husband and I was going to have kids. But even when I met him, I was emotionally closed. But it was something about him, the energy. So collective, I don't know if you met somebody new yet or somebody new is coming in for you. I don't know. But you don't want to be emotionally closed when this person come to you. And I'm saying that because you want to be able to know that this is your person. Even though I was emotionally closed, I wasn't that emotionally closed when I got with my husband, but I was emotionally closed, though, in certain ways. Matter of fact, I was emotionally closed. I can't even say that because, like I said, when I got with him, I was looking at it like a fling-a-ding. I wasn't trying to be with nobody like that. I was emotionally closed. But it was a feeling. It was something about this feeling I had, y'all, that was like, this is your person. And he used to say little stuff, and you see little clues and stuff. Because, see, God never not going to give you the signs. I was seeing little clues and stuff like, who is this? Like, who is this guy? Like, spiritually. Physically, we was rocking it. But who are you spiritually? Because there's certain things about you that you unlocking within me that I've been locked up a long time ago. Parts of my heart that I've been said I would never open up again to. Who are you coming in my life? Got me telling you my life stories and, I'm opening up. I don't open up to nobody. So when I met this boy and I'm just running my mouth and, telling my stories and all of this, I'm like, who the hell is this? You heard? But somewhere along the line, I still was emotionally closed. But I still took a leap of faith. You can't take a leap of faith if you just all the way emotionally closed, or you just saying, I give up on love. Because I could have gave up. Before I met my husband, I just had somebody do me dirty too. Somebody I was loyal to. You be loyal to people and they stab you in your back. Right? You be loyal to people and they stab you in the back, so it's like you don't want to go out there and try to find love again. But I ain't say that. I said, you know what? I'm just not going to get in no long-term relationship. But, collective, you are emotionally closed off right now, even if you don't know it. And you are closed off because of, and this is an ex. This got to be somebody from your past. That's, whatever you went through, maybe you didn't fully heal from it. It's like you in the connection, and even if you start a new connection, it's like you in the connection, but you're not really opening up in the connection. That's how it was when I first met my husband. Until he starts saying, oh, I need to see you every day, this day out the week. I'm like, what? So, whoever this ex is, or whoever this person is that you just left alone, they did a number on you, collective. Emotionally, spiritually. They did a number on you, on your heart. And it caused you to be emotionally closed. Give me some more on this connection with the collective and this person. Look, it say avoidance. Everything like an attack. Understanding stopped when defensiveness took over. And unspoken feelings. We stayed inside, never truly disappeared. A lot of people, they find themselves in marriages for years, knowing that they should have left the person alone. You heard, collective? They be stuck in connections because they know they should have been walked away from somebody. I feel like, collective, whoever this person is, whether it's an ex, whether it's this somebody you just left yesterday, you are in the energy where it's like you just done with this person. You emotionally closed off from this person. You don't want to share your knowledge, your words, or none of that with this person. And I feel like before you left this connection, everything this person said or did to you felt like they was attacking you. And that's what happened when somebody backstabbed you and they don't take accountability or things don't get better. People try to stay in connections, right, and fix it, and then it never really truly be fixed. You know, because people still be hurt on the inside. People don't really move on, you know. She said thank. Somebody said thank you. Oh, you welcome. I'm reading the comments, y'all, but I'm doing this too. But yeah, and I just feel like it was a lot of things that was unspoken between you and this person, and you decided to just leave this person alone. Like, and I feel like after you left this person alone, whether this was yesterday, 2 days ago, or 3 years ago, you just never really fully opened up your heart again. This could have been one of them connections where you was like, that's it, I'm through with it, love. I'm hearing, I'm through with it, love. I'm through with it, love. I've given so much in the past. For love, I never. Sorry, y'all, I ain't no singer. I'm through with it. That's in that song. Destiny Child. She said, I'm through with it. She said, why do I feel so empty? I'm crying out for some stability. She said, restore my many insecurities. I'm breaking down, somebody pray for me. Y'all go listen to that song. So collective, this could have been a connection that really made you close your heart off. Like, I'm just done with it. And you left this person alone. And I feel like you just was single after that. Like, you never really took nobody serious. You don't want to take nobody serious. Even if somebody come in trying to take you serious, you ain't taking them serious because your heart has took a lot of beatings. I'm talking to somebody out there whose heart has been beat down to the ground. And they never gave up on love till they just ran into that one last person that knocked the life out of them. Now they don't even want to deal with nobody. Give me more on emotionally closed. Why is that here for the collective? It says seeking validation. He is looking for validation from others to soothe a wounded ego, fear of rejection, and resentment. This person, collective, they had their own healing to do. This person, y'all could have went through things, and this person didn't reach out to you. They didn't ask you, was you okay? You know, when y'all had arguments, you could have been the one reaching out to this person. You feel like, collective, when it comes down to connections, you're the one always giving, and never receiving when it comes down to it. You know? And that's because you keep calling in the same type of energy. People that's fear rejection, scared of getting rejected, and people that harbor a lot of anger. These the type of men or women you keep calling in, collective. People that you make them feel insecure. You heard, collective? This is why a lot of your connections not working out. Because you are somebody that's confident. You come in, you know what you want. You know how you gonna get it. You know what you know. You not in la la land when it come down to life. So it's like you intimidate people and you attract a lot of people that's intimidated. It's like seeing something in the candy store that you know looks so good but you can't have. You know? So it's like people, when they meet you, they get with you, then they get scared you won't leave them. You don't need to be with people like that. Because see, if somebody's scared you gonna leave them, they gonna end up betraying you. They gonna end up leaving you before you leave them. This is how you get your heart broken, shit like that. Just being honest with you. You meet a lot of people that's full of resentment, collective. They've been through a lot of stuff, a lot of anger. So that makes it even worse. Because now they done found somebody like you with all this love and light after they done been through hell. So now in the connection, it becomes more of one-sided. So now you just giving in the connection because this person you dealing with is full of resentment. So they angry at somebody else. So they probably holding back from you because somebody broke their heart in the past. So they not going to really give you their all while you really giving, you know, collective. So you're running into people that's really intimidated by you. And this is why the connections ain't going the way that is gone, and I feel like you done ran into this energy so many times and so many different people to the point now you just don't want, you good. It's like, I'm loyal, I keep being loyal, I keep doing this, I keep doing that, and I keep running into the same person, or it keep not working out, or, you know, it's like the same thing with you, collective. Give me more on this emotionally closed card. And because of this, it's like even when you get in connections with people, you don't feel nothing. It's like you can't feel. And when you in a connection and you can't feel, you need to go heal. You heard? When you stop feeling and you numb, I'm hearing I'm going numb by Rihanna. She was like, ecstasy. In the end. That's my song. That was my album right there. I don't care. Can't tell me nothing. She was in her feelings. She was numb. I'm going numb. You've been hurt so much, collective. Give me more on this emotionally closed card. And see, this is what the enemy want. See, when you emotionally close, your soulmate can't come in. Your dreams can't come in. Your goals can't be reached. I wish y'all could understand how serious and real this is energetically. All right, let me just say this to y'all before I do this. Mel Gibson. That's my boy, Mel Gibson. Shout out to Mel Gibson. He working on the resurrection of the Christ. The writer that's writing the movie or whatever, the screenwriter, whatever. I don't know too much about the background part when it comes to movies. He told the screenwriter, he said, Satan is going to come after you. So before he even started writing, before they even start working on the movie, you know, before they even got into it, he let him know, listen, Satan going to come after you. He ain't really get into detail. They ain't put all of that, but we smart enough to know that when you trying to spread the word of God, or when you doing anything that concern love, or anything that's holy or godly, like love, finding soulmates, being married, raising a family, starting a legacy, those are things of God, you know? That's beautiful things, you know, spiritual wealth. The real wealth is peace, and that don't come from the devil. So when you going after those things, or you jumping into those things, you got to know that Satan is going to come after you. He going to come after you. So collective, I'm telling you this because even Mel Gibson that produced that movie Passion of the Christ, and they're about to drop the second part, even he knew that Satan was going to try to come after him and stop him. Because he don't want that word getting out there. He don't want that movie getting out there. He don't want that movie touching millions of people. And that's how you got to look at it with yourself. You have a heart of God. You have a heart of loyalty. You have a heart of love. You have a heart that want to give. This is the heart you got. So, of course the devil don't want you to love. Of course the devil wants you to close your heart off. Of course the devil wants you to stay like this because, see, you going to push away your soulmate. Or you not going to... It's the timing. Let me tell you too, God is all about divine timing. So when he do bring in your soulmate, you may not even know this is your soulmate because you so emotionally closed after you done been beat down by lover after lover. But I'm here to tell you, collective, that was the enemy. That was the enemy trying to get you to close off your heart so you won't reach your goals, so you won't have a legacy, so you won't build a family. And that's why, let me tell you too, God allowed tests to happen too. Jesus. Y'all don't want me to start talking about these that I talk to. God allow us to go through certain things for a reason. God allow us to go through. So that's what I'm saying. You probably like, God, why I keep getting these type of men? God, where's my husband at? God, where's my wife at? You praying, you looking at, no. Are you going to be ready when I send your soulmate in for you? Are you going to be able to follow the signs when I send your soulmate into you? Or are you going to be so closed off that if somebody walk up to you and say, hey, beautiful, you're going to be mean and nasty? You know? So I asked, why is emotionally closed here? The High Priestess came out in reverse. The High Priestess in reverse, you can't hear a goddamn thing God telling you. The High Priestess not listening to her intuition. When your heart is closed, you're not listening to your intuition. It affects everything. It affects everything in your life. That's what I'm saying. If you got a goal or something and your intuition telling you to go after it, you're not really going to go after it. Because your heart is closed off. You don't believe it's going to happen. You don't believe this going to take off. You don't believe whatever idea you got is going to take off. You don't believe this relationship is going to work out. You stop believing. You heard? You stop listening when your heart is closed off. So with the High Priestess in reverse, collective, you can't hear. You can't follow nothing. The High Priestess and upright is somebody that listen to their intuition. They following their heart. They going after what they want. The High Priestess in reverse is not doing none of those things at all. And this is not the energy you're supposed to be in, collective. It is time for you to heal. Forgive. Forgive the unforgivable. Forgive yourself. Let me tell you, the most thing that I hated the most, it wasn't even the people that betrayed me. Let's be honest, y'all. Used to be so mad at myself because it's like, you knew what you felt, Shaniqua, and you didn't listen. So when things used to happen to me, that's why I don't fuck around with my intuition now, y'all. I do not play. Once I feel something, that's it. Because when I don't listen and then it come and the truth be right there in my face, I'll be so pissed off because it's like I could have avoided all of this if I just would listen to myself. That's why loving yourself is very important. Self-love is very important. Because, see, this is how you're going to be able to catch a motherfucker that's trying to cheat on you. This is how you're going to catch somebody that's trying to manipulate you. This is how you're going to catch those things that you didn't catch in the past. That's why it's very important, collective, you heal your heart. Yeah, you took some beatings. Yeah, I took some beatings. We all been through some things in life. But with a closed heart, you can't. It just affects everything in your life, even beyond a relationship. Your relationship with yourself. If your heart is closed off, what's your relationship like with yourself? You understand me, collective? Girl, what is you over here doing? What you doing? What you doing, mama? Right, so, collective, you somebody that's intuitive, and you back then you probably could have picked up on a lot of stuff. You're not even the same way no more, and it's because your heart is closed off. Give me more on this emotionally closed card. What card is this? Oh, this the Hangman. I ain't, cause you know all the cards got different art. You at a standstill right now, collective. The Hangman in reverse is somebody that's not making no moves. Why I got a feeling one of y'all up here or y'all, I don't know who it is. I feel like somebody met somebody and they not making a move. Collective, you could have ran into somebody new, or you like somebody, or somebody like you, but you not making no moves because of whatever this was that you went through in the past. Whoever this person is that like you, collective, may carry these traits of fear of rejection and resentment. And since you already know this is the type of energy you calling in, what are you going to do to stop it from coming in? What if your soulmate or your twin flame is somebody spiritually that has a hard time with rejection and resentment? What if this is the person you're supposed to be with and they keep coming back to you in different bodies until you are able to help them heal? This is what a twin flame journey is about as well. Once you heal your person. So that's why I'm saying, collective, once you heal, when this energy come back, because it's going to come back to you. This energy going to come back. It's just going to come back in a different body or a different face. What, you going to hide away from love for the rest of your life because you know this energy going to... No, that's not... Life is all about lessons. It's all about lessons, collective. It's all about lessons. Confirmation in the back while I'm making them strawberry noises or blueberry, whatever they call them, things that babies make. Collective. Oh, look, we got the Ace of Swords. This is the truth. This is the truth. You can't run from this energy that's following you. You can't hide from love. It's going to come back. But let me tell you something. When the energy come back, you'll be able to avoid it. You'll be able to, if you want, heal it. But it all starts with self-love. And self-love is listening to yourself. And if you're emotionally closed off, you can't listen to nothing yourself is telling you. So how you going to defeat this energy? How you going to defeat the enemy? How you going to free your legacy? How you going to meet your soulmate? Feel me, collective? Wait, hold on. I got to slide the comments to the side because I can't really see. Somebody said, tired of spiritual warfare. You right. I just made some moves. I cleared out all of... She said, I'm not a chaser. If that person wants me, show themselves. First of all, nobody not going to show... Energetically, let me tell you something about men and women too. But I'm a woman, so I'm speaking. A man not going to really... A man not going to really give you his heart or show you anything until he's sure. He's not going to do none of that until he is sure. A woman too. We move the same way too. We move the same way too. We don't really open up with people that easily until we're sure. We got to be sure first. And then that's why it hurts so much. Because it's like I trusted you. I let you in. I don't even let people in. I don't even trust people like that. Feel me? And then you find yourself in the same situation again. A standstill. Feeling emotionally closed. This is the truth, collective. What I'm speaking here tonight. You attract people that's filled with a lot of resentment. You attract a lot of people they fear rejection.